Alright, so me and my friend Grant, we have this rivalry because I own an Olympus XA and he owns the Contax T, and they both hold the title for being the smallest rangefinder in the world. That's what they have. So we have like the same camera but the opposite, if that makes sense. They're both the only two cameras of the type in the world. Full rangefinder in a tiny little body that fits into your pocket. Now, like, I always wish I had the Contax T because obviously it's the way more expensive camera, like 4 times the price. It's got a Carl Zeiss lens. It's made by, you know, bloody Contax, and it's an amazing camera. It has the same lens as the Contax T2, so unbelievable optics, so small, amazing. But I wanted to know how different the Olympus XA and the Contax T are, because the Olympus XA was made like 5 years before the T, you know, so it has some disadvantage in age. It's got cheaper build material, but I wanted to see if that £300-400 difference in price makes up for if the Contax T is as good as the price tag says it is, then it's actually going to smoke the Olympus XA. So yeah, I'm going to be going down to Glasgow, meeting Grant, and we're going to have a shootout and see how it goes. I really hope the XA survives. I want it to survive because it's a great camera. I absolutely love the thing. I don't want it to get absolutely smoked by the Contax T. That would be sad times. Get the camera, actually, it's in my pocket.
Have you seen all of the like Matt Day and Joe Greer loading their cameras?
Yeah, they got like the Mexican standoff with fucking loading cameras and shit. That's hilarious. The speed that Joe, did you see the blindfold one?
Did Joe do a blindfold?
Yeah, he did a new one and he was blindfolded, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. There we go, that's it, ready. Sweet.
Okay.
Right. Come on, boy. Good. The pressure's on though. Can you actually load it?
Yes. Bird just shot over there.
It did. That's such a strange loading mechanism. Flip it around to me.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yep, that's it.
1 meter effing. Clicked it. It sounded like it clicked, but does it?
It flashes on the inside, I believe.
No. There we go.
It's like 12 seconds or something.
Fun times to be had. I know.
I think you were.
Oh right. What an idiot that.
I know. Dumbass. Your minimal focusing distance.
0.85. F8. Self timer. 0.85. Here we go, Grant. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you capturing this beautiful moment?
Yes.
I swear this lens looks wider. Oh well, it is.
It is.
It is wider.
3 millimeters wider.
There we go. We go.
Right, the bit
So-
that's touching the last.
We're gonna take the last shot today of just this boring little corner. But it's, see, we're both gonna focus on this little bit. Shoot at the same aperture. Oh, you're gonna shoot at f4 probably because it's quite dark. F4? Yeah, that's a 60th of a second f4 probably. Should we go wide open then? This could be a wide open shot. Wide opens, right, so these 2.8. 2.8, right, 2.8.
Probably close focus, so you go take your picture first.
As close as I can get. No,
Well-
we should do the same sort of composition. Right, so we're doing
Try
a
and fit
portrait.
the window. That window. Try and-
Just the window. I'm gonna wind it on the. I know, but you can have some sort of interpretation of it. Think about it, a portrait in portrait landscape orientation with the wall. It's up to you, Grant. I'll just copy whatever shot you go for. I'll mimic it.
Try a wider shot this
Just try and get some like artist, like not art. You know what I mean?
Some autistic style.
Yeah, get that.
What, just like that?
Not completely. Just a little tilt. Just make sure that balance isn't. What did you shoot at?
F8,
F8.
I think. Hang on.
That's a 30th of a second.
F8.
Oh, that's too slow.
It's not.
Three, two, one. Okay. Do another one. 3, 2. 30th of a second too slow.
Have you ever tried to do sort of like slightly slow exposure street photography?
I got a shot, but I didn't plan it.
Because I'm finding it so difficult. I don't.
I know. I don't.
I swear you're just gonna hear a wave of that noise.
Yeah.
Mexican wave, but no.
Are you finding it easy to just sit in one place and take the pictures for the people in Glasgow?
Easier than I've ever found it for street photography. Because I usually find it absolutely impossible. But I've just been sitting here, every person that passes trying to do the panning thing. But
Very boring.
yeah, for you. Not for me.
Okay, so as you can see from the results, they're both super capable cameras, and to be honest, I don't really think you can go wrong with either camera. Whatever fits in your budget, your availability, and just your shooting style, I think you should go for. If you're someone who is printing big printed images, which unfortunately nowadays is like a minority of people, not many people print their work. Like, I'm only just beginning to start realizing how important it is and starting to print off stuff. But a lot of people do not print their work past, you know, just little snapshot size images. So if you don't really do much of that, you're just a social media sort of person, you just do little snapshot prints, then the XA is going to be more than enough. As you can see, the way they render colors in the scene really doesn't vary very much. For some reason, as soon as you hit taking portraits of someone, or like, I don't know why it changes, because obviously the meter isn't intelligent, it doesn't know that, it's a very basic light meter, but somehow they were exposing differently on the portrait shots compared to any other shots, which is really weird considering they were shot the exact same settings with the exact same ISO, all of that kind of stuff. But if you're wanting to print work at A4, actually A4 you can still get away with the XA, because I actually have, you can't see it, but I have some prints over there that were taken on the XA and A4 and they look totally fine. But if you're someone who's printing A3 35mm work, which, you know, is probably what I would say is the max what you should be printing at 35mm work, the Contax T is going to be your option. If you're a printer, which I'm probably, it's sad that only like probably 1% of the people watching are actually people who would print that kind of stuff, but if you're someone like that, the Contax T is your one, because it just holds this really fine, nice resolution compared to the XA. The XA looks so good from a distance, and you literally think, wow, a quarter of the price, that's really competing against the T. But as soon as you blow that image up a bit, you can see the sides are really soft, there's a lot of fringing, it's smudgy is the way I would explain it. Like, far away it looks really clean and way higher than, you know, its price point and its age and all that kind of stuff, but then when you zoom in you do see that there is quite a visible difference. But it's not the end of the world, you know. If you're a total snobby person and you need the best, you're just always going to have to get the best, unfortunately. That's just how it goes. But yeah, XA is a great camera. I personally really love it. The patch is definitely dimmer than the Contax T as well. The XA depends what model you have, depends what your like specific own version has, but mine is, as you can see, it's quite a good example. I got quite lucky with my one, and the patch is pretty good. On my old model I used to have to use the tape to, you know, to get the rangefinder patch working right, but this one is really bright and clear. And yeah, it's doable, but there's definitely an issue with some XA models that the patch is just not bright enough, and it could be a bit of a hindrance to some people. But overall, yeah, it wasn't anything to do with like crazy artistic shots or anything. It was just me and Grant spending the day walking around Glasgow, just doing what we literally usually do. It was just our first time recording us shooting. We usually wouldn't shoot the same exact shot, you know, right next to each other like that, but I thought, without just taking a picture of brick walls and then changing aperture and showing vignette and all that, like the boring stuff of how people check lenses and quality, I thought we would do it in a way where we walk about, take the same shot but of different things and just spend the day doing it. I thought it was a pretty nice way to do it. Yeah, if you have any like questions or anything about either of the cameras, leave them below. If you've got any like ideas on stuff on how these cameras, you know, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say tips and ideas and things. Like, if you have any pointers on these cameras, if you have any cool knowledge or facts or history, I would love to know. I know that the XA was, you know, released in 1979, and it just broke so many records when it came out. It broke like 4 or 5 records, like the smallest 35mm camera, and the first internal focusing lens. I can't even remember the other ones. Probably the first camera with a rangefinder patch that it was tiny. It's really, really cool. It's a very cool little camera. It's very quirky and nice. I do wish I could get a Contax T, I'm not gonna lie. It does tempt me, but you know, I'm not in a financial situation to be able to afford one, so I can wait another few years until one of them is in the pipeline and possible. But until then, the XA will do me nicely. If I need more, I'll use a Konica Big Mini, and if I need more, I'll use a Nikon F80. There's a lot of different options there, but the Contax T, it does deserve the, you know, reputation it has. It's a good camera. It's a good camera. I would take the T over the T2 just because I would rather have manual focus and aperture control. Well, you get aperture control in the T2, but I'd rather have manual focusing than the T2 having, you know, just auto-focusing and some weird electronic focus, manual focus thing. Anyway, that is enough for this. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I appreciate it a lot. I hit 400 subscribers very happy with that. Like, you know, it's been a fun journey with the channel. 400 subscribers is a cool landmark. It's showing me that like it's possible to make videos and it's possible to have people watch them, and it's, you know, it's just, I make them because I enjoy them and it's just fun doing it, and it's cool that some people watch it and get something out of it and want to subscribe and keep up with my videos, so I appreciate it. Yeah, leave a like on the video and I'll see you in the next one. I actually have another 2 videos in the works currently as well, so it's all just about waiting for film to arrive back. Like, I always have videos planned, but it's about waiting for the film to get back and then spend a monotonous amount of hours just scanning. I don't want to even say how long it took to scan just these 2 rolls from the XA and the Contax T, because I scanned them very high quality and it takes a long time. Anyway, that's the behind the scenes crap that no one cares about. That's the stuff I have to deal with and you don't have to deal with. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.